Overland range can have a few challenges to it. Today we're up here at duo, me and Rob. Rob was featured in another film, and we did the Rees together. He's a good mate from Queenstown. He's never been over the top of the Old Woman Old Man range, and today we're going to show him the way. The plan is to cross the tops from Old Woman Hut over the Old Woman range onto the Old Man range and go visit the old man himself, Kopawai. Kopawai is a 26 metre tall monolithic rock. A very, very cool piece of Central Otago. First of all, a few challenges to get there though. Hard work being an influencer, content creator. You gotta run up and down these trails. Hard work. I do like this little section. It's definitely mellowed out since I was last here though. How we going there, mate? Welcome to Central Otago and the Old Woman range. You've never been here, eh?
Thanks, mate. It's awesome to get out. Yeah, no, it's a great day. I haven't been out this way for a little bit, so no, good to get out.
Yeah, same here, same here. I don't think I've been out here since off Overland 2022. So it's good to get out, have some fun, and tackle the environment.
Hell yeah, man. Picked a good day for it.
Couldn't be better, actually. A little sad there's not much more snow on the hills, but looking beautiful. Of course, we're going to stop in at Old Woman Hut and then make our way for Kopawai.
Sounds good, mate. Follow the leader. I'll see you there.
After climbing nearly 1,000 metres to get up onto the tops of it, we're now starting to get into the bog holes. Up on the tops here, the snow melt tends to sit around, the rain will sit around and create a number of bog holes that are now our next big challenge. Prime example of a Central Otago bog hole. A lot of tracks around the outside because people just don't want to take the main line, not realizing the main line's down to a rocky bottom and it's just a water crossing. You'll actually, most commonly, people get stuck avoiding the main line more so than they get stuck on the main line. How'd it feel?
Walk in the park.
Another big bog hole. Again, this is kind of the main line, but I'm not going to take it, and I'll show you why. Those two big clumps right there. I'd say there's probably been a bigger rig than mine through there, as only tends to be big rigs take these kind of holes, who kind of got stuck to that point. I could give it a shot. I might make it. Maybe I do give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Don't know about this one. We're gonna get stuck. We've got a winch on, we've got tracks, we've got Rob. Let's give it a shot, eh? Not a chance. Didn't even make it to the hole. Oh well, let's get me out of here then. Oh well, didn't get as far as I hoped. We pull Rob around to the front there. He's going to be sort of slightly on an angle to me because the bog hole's that damn long, we can't get him in there. But a slight angle even at this line is going to be fine. Getting the winch ready, get it out, and time to hook it all up and try and get me to move. I'm a little skeptical at this stage because it's a lot of mud, but keen to give it a try. Alright, I'm going to pull on the winch. Ah, nice. Alright, we got movement. I was very happy to see how easy this was actually being pulled through. Although we did have a long way to go, I was still skeptical about the amount of mud we're going to build up. Rapidly trying to rack my wheel back and forth here, try and use that sidewall of the tyre to grab, grip and hold on to any piece of traction I can find. Every little bit is going to help in this massive pull. You can see the mud starting to build up in front of the vehicle now, and it just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. I'm really trying to just skull drag my truck out of here. It feels like we're making great progress until you look at the larger scheme of things. I've really barely even entered the halfway mark into this bog hole. I have a lot of winching ahead of me. The petrol does struggle to idle here, so I am on and off, trying to not spin the tyres but to keep them rolling. You want to try and get those wheels moving, try and get the mud to sort of flip underneath. But of course I falter because I love the noise of my truck. Had to forfeit in the end, get the shovel out. There was just too much mud and the winch was really straining. A couple minutes here just to clear the load out of the front of it and we can get straight back to it again. I think we're officially halfway now. Time to kick back into it. Doesn't take long and that mud is built up in the front there again. This had not been touched in quite some time. So that was a drag and a half. Whoa! I think it's definitely 35 holes in that, not 33s. So, a bit of my bad. Thanks to Rob for being here.
Anytime.
Holy.
Anytime.
You may grace you with your shovel back, sir.
Thank you very much.
What a mess. My truck did bloody well. I'm happy with the front locker. I think without that we wouldn't have got through that or even out of that. And I'm happy with my $100 winch. Traded the winch for a box of beers and bought a $100 solenoid of Amazon, and she did a bloody good job. First time using her. Hell yes. She's pretty bloody filthy under there. Everything is just caked up. The steering's jammed up. Everything. Holy hell. Right, I think it's time we get out of this mud hole. Keep moving. Let's hope my steering's still straight.
That was fun.
Well, what's the saying? Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Literally, the next hole is just another thick bog. Let's see how we do. This is light to start with. Holy hell, that was an epic bog hole. Sad I didn't drive any further, but very, very impressed with my little cheapest of the cheap winch was able to pull me through there. That was an impressive bog hole to pull through. So it just goes to prove, guys, if you're only using your winch like once a year, cheapest of the cheap's going to do you the job. Just make sure it's serviced. I literally serviced it just before it went on the truck. New grease and everything, and a new solenoid off Amazon, 100 bucks, huzzah! So I knew everything was fresh. So do it before you head out on a big trip, and your winch will never let you down. The thick mud had eased off now. We're getting these little water crossings, little bog holes. Nothing to worry about as we climb higher and higher again, right up onto the top plateaus. The views were becoming amazing, the day was becoming epic, and the sun was bloody hot. This probably could be one of my favourite places in New Zealand. The tops here are just something else. Really something else. I don't think there's a more rugged, isolated landscapes in Central, especially the Old Woman, Old Man range. In summer, you know, it's 26 degrees today, it's hot out, there's a slight breeze, which we're lucky it's just cooling us off, but in winter this is like -10, maybe more up the tops here. Blizzards roll in, snow could be deeper than the truck. It is complete contrast, practically impossible. You saw us in October, we couldn't even make it across the tops, but it was cool to be up here at that time. Definitely come prepared any time of the year. This place is beautiful. The environment here is harsh, hardy, and isolated. Particularly way back in the 1860s when the gold mining kind of kicked off. The whole region here, the reason these roads exist is due to the gold mining, trying to get into places to find all the gold. Now, 1863, about a year after the initial gold rush for Central Otago, or at least the Queenstown region, we had a big blizzard come through, ravaged the area here, quite insane, and it was getting down towards like -20 out here, just unbearable. So a lot of miners, about 30-40 of them, tried to push over, get down a little township on the other side of the hill here. Fortunately, a number of them didn't make it. There were 11 confirmed deaths, 35 plausible, pretty insane. All these people just getting caught out in a blizzard and just freezing to death. Rumour has it there's still some buried along the side of the roads here as we venture along. Be a little daunting to think about, but yeah, just goes to remind you, this is an isolated place. If you're out here wheeling, camping, whatever it may be, the weather can change dramatically and it can get cold fast. Regardless, there's still snow here and we're in January. Climbing the last of these plateaus here, we make our way up to the Hyde Rock intersection. Pulling over there, we start our short walk to the edge of the world. There is only a number of spots in New Zealand where you can stand on a 100+ metre tall cliff and overlook the expanse of the backcountry. Hyde Rock is one of them. Today's mission has been a good start of the year. It's January. We're straight into a good season of wheeling. If you love what you see, guys, and want to see more, hit the like button, the subscribe button, you know the deal. And if you want to be a part of the Operation Overland 23, or even just help me out so I can keep creating content for you guys, jump on down to the description below, all the little iCard up the top there, and join the Patreon. There's a number of sort of perks and rewards for joining certain levels, the big one being, of course, Operation Overland 2024 this year at the top tier level. Probably got already a 6-7 truck convoy, so come join us, we'll see you there. Some epic views out along Central there, but we have plenty more places to go and see and do. Next stop is going to be Copperwhite himself, the 26-meter rock pillar. To get there is nothing but a gravel road, so we can just hit it, get on out of here. Enjoy the views, enjoy the day. With an overwhelming sense of accomplishment, we have made it. We've pushed through the mud bogs, we've clambered over the rocky boulders, and we are here. Plenty of kilometres travelled from the old woman's side up into the old man, and now we are here at the obelisk. Overlooking Central Otago from more than 1,700 metres above sea level, it couldn't be much better than this. This monolithic 26-meter rock is Copperwhite, sort of physical manifestation of a mythological giant that once roamed the valley here and was burned alive after pestering so many people for too long. The only way they were able to burn him alive was that his 2 three-headed dogs were out hunting. So I do love Maori legends, they're kind of cool. But a very cool craggy rock to come and check out, epic views across Central, and where our adventure comes to an end, a finish. See you next time, bye!